Imagine navigating through thick forests swarmed with mosquitoes, passing rapid river waters, wild animals, and criminal gangs that rob, rape, and kill those passing through the forest. This is what hundreds of Chinese nationals are reportedly enduring on a day-to-day basis in their quest to reach the United States. Just imagine their desperation and their determination to flee repression, risking everything for a shot at a better life and freedom. They are doing this via the dangerous and increasingly popular route through the Darien Gap, a treacherous path often referred to as one of the most perilous migrant trails in the world. You see that small portion on the map? That is the Darien Gap. On Wednesday, authorities in Panama arrested 15 individuals tied to a criminal network accused of facilitating the smuggling of Chinese migrants through the deadly jungle. These arrests occurred in the small town of Santa Fe, close to the Colombian border, falling in the Darien province, an area that has become notorious as a crossing point for those making the harrowing journey to America. But, by the way, this wasn't just any smuggling operation. The organization in question was offering what they called a VIP route, a faster, more secure passage through the jungle, but at a steep cost. For those with financial means, the price ranged between $2,600 and $8,000 per person. The journey, which usually takes up to 8 grueling days on foot, could be cut down to just 2 days thanks to all-terrain vehicles, small boats, and even horses. Now, just pause here for a moment and imagine. People are willing to spend their life savings, risk their lives, and entrust themselves to criminal networks just for a chance at freedom. How bad must their situation be? According to reports, more than 500,000 people braved the Darien Gap in 2023. This year alone, over 220,000 migrants have reportedly ventured through this gap, with Venezuelans making up the largest group, followed by Ecuadorians, Colombians, Haitians, and increasingly Chinese nationals. The surge in Chinese migrants in particular has been staggering. According to the Panama government data, the number of Chinese who made the dangerous crossing has skyrocketed from under 300 from 2010 to 2019 to over 12,000 in just the first 7 months this year. In fact, they are now the 4th largest group by nationality to attempt making the crossing, outnumbered only by migrants from the Americas. So the immediate question is, what is driving this exodus from China? And to understand that, we need to look at the stories of the migrants who have shared their ordeal with the media. Once living the so-called Chinese dream, their lives were turned upside down by the COVID-19 pandemic and China's stringent lockdown measures. Their business crumbled, and outspokenness against the government put them under scrutiny, leading to repeated interrogations by the local authorities. And when the frustration reached its peak, many made the rather difficult decision to flee the country, embarking on a 5,000-kilometer journey through Central America. Their journey, fraught with dangers, robbing at gunpoint in Colombia, trekking through Panama's unforgiving jungles, and enduring a perilous sea voyage in Mexico. They represent a growing trend of middle-class, college-educated Chinese nationals who, disillusioned with their country's political and economic climate, are willing to endure extreme hardship for the chance to live in a society where they can speak freely and seek a better future for their children. These migrants are not just seeking economic opportunities. They are fleeing an environment increasingly hostile to their freedom and well-being. Yet, their journey to the US is not just a physical one. It is an emotional and psychological battle filled with personal sacrifice, leaving behind their spouses, children, terminally ill relatives. And what about those who don't make it? How many lives are lost in the jungles, rivers, mountains along the way, their stories never told, their dreams never realized? These are the stories of human beings caught between the oppressive conditions of their homeland and the dangers of the journey ahead. And when they do reach their destination, often the struggle is far from over. Many get taken into custody. As per reports, more than 37,000 Chinese nationals were arrested for illegally crossing the US border in 2023. Even those who managed to make it are not better off. Many undocumented Chinese migrants in America find themselves working in low-wage jobs, living in precarious conditions, and struggling to support themselves without a legal status. Some even choose to return to China, unable to endure the hardships of life in the shadows. These stories highlight the adverse situation in China that is forcing thousands to flee and risk everything for a chance at freedom and a better life. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.